Hey everyone, today we're going to break down something that, can feel a little overwhelming, but is absolutely essential for your financial health. We're talking about health insurance in India. Let's make it simple. I want to start with a number 10 lakh rupees. Just let that sink in. That's what a single major surgery could cost you today. It's a huge figure, and it immediately shows you why this conversation is so important. And this quote, it just hits home, doesn't it? I mean, think about all your hard work, all that careful saving for your big goals. All of it could just vanish because of one unexpected trip to the hospital. This isn't to scare you, it's about being real about the risks. So that's what we're going to dive into first. We're going to unpack why getting medical care has gotten so incredibly expensive and why having a financial safety net isn't just a nice to have anymore. Honestly, it's a must-have.
So what's really going on here? Well, for one, medical inflation is just off the charts. And on top of that, we're seeing lifestyle diseases pop up more and more, even in younger people. So what this means is that insurance is what stands between you and dipping into your life savings, or worse, taking on debt, just to get the quality medical care you deserve.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem. Now let's talk about the solution. And a great way to think about health insurance is like a financial shield. It's this thing that stands between you and those frankly terrifying medical bills we just mentioned. And really, when you strip away all the jargon, it's pretty simple. Health insurance is just a financial tool that's built to cover your medical bills. You know, things like a hospital stay, a surgery, or any major treatments you might need. Now, this right here is the core idea. It's a trade-off, a really smart one. You pay a small, predictable amount every year, that's your premium, and in exchange for that, the insurance company agrees to cover those massive, unpredictable medical bills if they ever come up. You're basically trading a small, manageable certainty for protection against a huge, scary uncertainty. And you should know, this whole thing isn't the Wild West. The entire industry is watched over by a government body, the IRDAI. They set the rules to make sure you're protected. So, knowing that, how does it actually work when you need it? Right, so we know what it is, we know why it's so important, but what about the nitty-gritty? How does this policy actually kick in when you have to use it? It might seem complicated, but it really just boils down to a few straightforward steps. Okay, so here's how it usually plays out. First, you get admitted to the hospital. The next step, and this is critical, is that you or the hospital has to let the insurance company know right away. From there, you'll go down one of two paths, cashless or reimbursement, and finally, the insurer checks everything and settles the bill based on what's in your policy. Now, this is a really important difference. With cashless, if you're at a hospital in their network, the insurance company deals with the bill directly. You don't have to pay a big amount upfront. But with reimbursement, you pay the full hospital bill yourself first, then you collect all the documents and send them to your insurer to get the money paid back to you. Let's put a real number on this to make it clear. Let's say your hospital bill comes out to 3 lakh rupees. If you have a solid insurance policy, your insurer takes care of that. But if you don't, that entire 3 lakh comes right out of your own pocket. That could completely shatter your savings. So now that you get the mechanics, the next big question is, how do you pick the right policy? This isn't about finding the cheapest one. It's about being smart and finding the coverage that actually fits you and your family's needs. All right, here are the absolute must-knows to look for. Your sum insured, that's your total safety net. The cashless hospital network is a big deal. You want to make sure the good hospitals near you are on that list. Look for pre- and post-hospitalization cover, because costs happen outside the hospital too. The no-claim bonus is awesome. It's like a reward for staying healthy that boosts your coverage. And pay attention to the details, like room rent limits, because that can catch you by surprise. Okay, let's be real for a second. The pros are huge, right? You get financial protection, the convenience of cashless treatment, some nice tax benefits, and honestly, just peace of mind. But it's not perfect. You have to be aware of the downsides, like waiting periods before certain things are covered, or the fact that not every single procedure is included. And yeah, your premium will go up as you get older. Knowing these things up front is key. And that brings us to our final and maybe most critical point. We've talked about the what, the why, and the how. Now, let's talk about the when, because when it comes to health insurance, timing is absolutely everything. So let's just ask the question straight up. Who is this really for? Is it just for older folks or people with big families? The answer is simple. Pretty much everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a young professional just starting out, a family trying to protect each other, someone who's self-employed and doesn't have a corporate plan, or a senior citizen.
A health crisis can happen to anyone at any time. And if you remember just one thing from all of this, please let it be this. The absolute best time to get health insurance is as early as you possibly can. Why? Because when you're young and healthy, your premiums are way, way lower, and you'll face fewer restrictions and waiting periods. It's that simple. I just want to leave you with this final thought. We spend so much time talking about the risks of investing our money, right? But in today's world, with medical costs being what they are, the financial risk of not having a health insurance policy, well, that's arguably a much, much bigger risk to your future.